So in this video, we're going to compare two different mobile game controllers. One is the Saitake STK-7007X. Now there's several different people selling this first controller, and I'll leave a link in the description below with current pricing and more information on both of these. And we're going to compare that against the Flydigi Wee 2 mobile gaming controller. And both of these are for Android or iOS. I'm going to be testing both of these on my OnePlus 7 Pro. So first let's take a look at the Saitake STK-7007X. So here in the back it does say this is a maximum distance of 160 millimeters. And it does support smartphones with a 6.5 inch screen or a max distance of 16 centimeters. It supports Android 3.0 and up, and it supports iOS 11.1.0 and up. It does have three different modes. It's got gamepad for Android and PC, media or mouse for Android, and iCade for iPhone and iPad. And it does support wired PC gaming, and it does have D input and X input for wired PC gaming. And it comes with a 300 milliamp hour rechargeable battery. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. So it does come with a micro USB charging cable and a user manual. So the controller itself is really lightweight. It actually feels really similar to a Nintendo Switch, and I definitely like the way it fits in my hands. So let's just see how my OnePlus 7 Pro fits in with a case on it. So it definitely does fit with the case on it. It just feels like it's really stretching it. Okay, so yeah, it fits a little better without the case on it. But personally, I think you could use it either way. So here on the left-hand side, you've got the home button, left joystick, directional button, and down in the corner, you've also got a reset button. And you've got the mode button. On the right-hand side, you've got A, B, X, and Y buttons, the right analog stick, start button, and select button. And then you've got the LED indicator lights there above the buttons. And then here along the top, you've got your shoulder buttons. Obviously on the right, you've got R1 and R2. And on the left, you've got L1 and L2. And then on the bottom, you've got your micro USB charging port. So for Android, you're just going to connect this through Bluetooth, just like you would any other Bluetooth device. And then on the inside, you've got these little metal plates and rubber grips on each side to hold your phone in place. So to power it up, you just hold down on the home button, and you'll see the light start blinking. So the four indicator lights on the right hand side actually indicate which mode that the gamepad is in. So 1 and 4 is considered gamepad mode, 2 is Android media mode, 1, 2, and 4 is considered gamepad D input mode. All four lights are X input mode. Okay, so I can't get this to power on for some reason. I think it might have a low battery. I'm gonna go ahead and charge this up, come back and try to connect it. This thing was incredibly hard to get it connected to my phone, but then all of a sudden it started working. So in the manual they have this QR code that goes to the Octopus Android app. Let me save you some time. Don't bother installing this app. It's basically garbage. I think the biggest problem was it was just on the wrong mode. Okay, so I didn't have much luck using the software. I couldn't get either app to work with that controller, but you're still going to be able to use it on some games with controller support, such as Fortnite, Asphalt 9, and I'm sure there's others. Although it didn't work on Horizon Chase, which is really weird because you can use a controller on that game. So now let's take a look at the Flydigi Wee 2. And this is currently right at $50 on Amazon, and apparently it's available in a few other colors as well. And now this one uses Bluetooth 4.0 and it works on Android or iOS. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool packaging. I would read this out loud to you, but my Chinese is a little rusty. So you've got what looks like a quick start guide and pretty much all in Chinese. A user manual that thankfully is in English. An adapter for keyboard and mouse. And a nice little flat micro USB charging cable. And they also include a little stand, so that's nice. So this is the navy color. It actually looks pretty good in person. The analog sticks feel a little smaller than the other controller, but the rest of the buttons seem pretty similar. A little bit different style D-pad. Here you've got the left analog stick, the D-pad, and the logo button, which if it's similar to the other one, is also acting as a mode button. Then here on the right hand side, you got a Z button, a C button, and then your typical A, B, X, and Y buttons, and then your right analog stick. And then below that, you've got select and start. And then on the top, you've got your left button, left trigger, right button, and the right trigger, which seem to work pretty good. And right here is your USB port, which they call Flydigi interface. And then on the other side, you've got the power indicator light, power switch, and charging port. So first, let's see if this is gonna fit my OnePlus 7 Pro. Oh man. Unfortunately, this one does not fit my OnePlus 7 Pro. Let's try it without the case. Okay, I was getting a little worried there. At least it fits it without a case. Wow, I didn't even choose which controller. Okay, so let's go ahead and try Horizon Chase. So if this works just like the other Flydigi controller, I have a feeling I'm gonna like this one. Okay, so yeah, I'm really liking what I see with this controller so far. So now I'm gonna go do some more gaming with both of these controllers, come back and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so after testing both of these controllers on several games, one issue I had with the Saitake, I couldn't get it to work with mapping software to work on games that don't have controller support. And for some reason, it would work sometimes with Fortnite, but other times it wouldn't work and would say input blocked. And the nice thing with the Saitake is you can use that controller on Steam games, but personally, I would rather use something like an Xbox One controller. With the Flydigi, it was pretty similar to the Flydigi Wasp 2, but with controls on both sides, of course. It wasn't perfect when playing PUBG though. Sometimes it would hang up and I would have to move the joysticks around or hit buttons to get it to start working again, almost like it was getting disconnected, or maybe it would time out. Luckily, it only happened a couple times. Personally, I like how the Saitake feels in my hands. It's really comfortable to use, but the Flydigi has software that actually works and makes the controller more reliable than the Saitake. Too bad you can only use the Flydigi software with Flydigi controllers. So if I had to choose between these two mobile gaming controllers, this one was pretty obvious for me. I would choose the Flydigi Wee 2 mobile controller. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Flydigi Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.